Alright, so welcome to another Train Sim World 2 video, and we've got something a little bit different. Are those clouds moving? I distinctly remember them not moving on other maps. Maps? Routes. Anyway, that 377 is about to get going. Which way is this one going? Oh, there's one coming this way, so this one must be going back that side. Anyway, stop getting distracted. Right, today we are on the East Coastway DLC route, and we are going to be running something a little different. This is the Vintage Railtour, and we're going to be operating the Class 45. So this is our office for today. Let's just jump on board quickly, take our seat, and we'll unlock the doors. Cool. So that people can start getting on and off. And then we're going to have to wait a bit because that 377 is going to go ahead of us. Why is the door on that side open? Did I click on both? Oops. I think I did. I don't want those to be open. That's not helpful. Right, anyway, let's check it out. So, this is our train for today. It does look really nice. Everyone seems very excited for this rail tour. So we're going to be operating from, let's see if I can see it. There's the sign there. We're operating from Lewes station, and we're going down to Eastbourne, I believe. So that is our vintage rail tour. We're just gonna sprint along down the length of the train because I also want to show you we have a bit of extra muscle at the back. So where are you going? Are you gonna board the train like right at the end? Very determined, whatever you're doing. If you're not getting on the train, there's not much else for you down here. Anyway, we have a Class 66 on the end here, which is, like I said, giving us a little bit of extra muscle. Yeah, I don't know where you're going. That's pretty weird. Are you just gonna sit in there? Okay, we'll ignore that. Let's run back down to where we're going to be working today. You guys are also going that way. That's a little bit worrying. Anyway, we're going down to Eastbourne. I haven't driven this entire route before. I've jumped in the train, spent a few minutes sort of figuring out where things are. So this is kind of the first time I'm doing the entire route. And we are going to do it with the HUD off because we don't make any stops along the way. We only stop at Eastbourne. Now, whether or not I will be able to recognize Eastbourne is another story, but I'm going to do my best. Okay, we need lights. We'll turn those guys on. We don't need any of these. I'm not entirely sure what that does, so I'll just turn it on. And we can turn that on. Right, the signal is yellow, which means we can go. We are not in a rush, though, because that 377 is in front of us. And is most likely going to hold us up. If they are stopping at all the stations along the way, I am expecting some reds and yellows in terms of signals. Why do our brakes not want to release? It's interesting. Okay, I didn't have this problem before, but I'm gonna bet it's something to do with this. So let's turn that off and release the brake pressure. Right, I don't know. We're obviously just going to have to leave that off. I don't know why that happened. If you do, let me know. What does that say? No, that's all. No, that's fine. Okay. Right, let's give it ever so slight bit of power because it is slippery today. Right, there we go. This loco has a very distinct sound, and you will hear as we start getting it up to speed and putting the power down. It's got a really kind of snarly sound, I guess you could say. It is very cool though. Nice old school diesel locomotive. Right, speed is 40 out of the station. I don't actually know the max speed of this train. Our gauge goes up to 100, so normally they could put a bit extra on there, so I'd say maybe 90, possibly 80. Maybe we'll find out, although with that 377 ahead of us, maybe not. Right, so I'm just going to keep adding on a little bit of power as we start speeding up, so we don't get any wheel slip. And as I add the power, you'll start getting a taste of this old beast. And you'll hear the real grunt of this engine start kicking in shortly. There we go. Hopefully that 377 will pull away from us. It will operate faster than us. It's just that I think they might be stopping along the way, which we are not. Okay, so we can go up to 60. And that is a maximum power. So we'll let it pick up speed. Right, so we are still only going up to 60. That's the speed only if we're branching off to the right, which we are not, I think. Yep. I just kind of assumed. Don't actually know. But this route does look awesome. I did specifically choose this one. Normally I do like a random weather thing where I just spam the button until I feel like stopping and then we run it with that. But at this I did choose to run it in the winter with just ever so slight amount of snowfall. Just because I think the snow on this route looks really cool. Right, let's slow down a bit because we're at 60. That I believe says we can go up to 80. It's interesting, that sign was a lot smaller than the normal ones. I hope that doesn't mean anything different. But anyway, we're going to go back up to max power and see if we can get up to 80. I'm gonna pay close attention to the signals. Well, I mean, we always do when we're driving trains, but particularly because I have a sneaky suspicion that we're gonna be held up. And if we get this beast up to 80, slowing it down is not a quick affair. Right, so that signal was good. And I don't know the actual, I think it's a repeater signal. It's just because you can't actually see the signal itself there, obviously because of the station. So you'll see those every now and then. So we're good for the moment. We did take a little bit longer to get going than we probably could have. We didn't leave straight after the signal turned yellow because I couldn't figure out how to get my train to move. But that might actually play into our favor if that train ahead of us is slower than us. So it might not be. We got all greens so far. But because we took a bit longer to get going... Hey, there's another 377. That speed on that signal said 90. I don't know if we're actually going to get up to 80. We're slowly increasing speed. But yeah, because we took a bit longer to get going, it's entirely possible that we only catch up with that train. If we will, we'll catch up with it a little further down the line. Ooh, is that a yellow signal? Or is that just a yellow building? I think it's just a building. Never mind, false alarm. All is well. But it does look really cool, all covered in white like this. Hey, green signal, good sign. Let's do a little drive-by. Pretty cool. I like how the snow melts around the exhausts. Completely covered in snow. Right, we're up to 80 now. Ooh, that looks like a yellow up ahead. Ah, it just changed to green. So, I think we could technically go up to 90. Might actually drop the speed off, because that means we're gaining on the train ahead of us. What is this? Oh, that's a whistle sign. We're definitely gaining because all of the all of the signals before that were green. And that one just changed green as we got there. So we're going a little faster than we want to. So let's let the speed bleed off a bit. I don't know. I'm trying to decide if we should go all the way down to 60 or maybe just sit at 70 and see how that goes. This signal says all good. So maybe we'll try sitting at 70. See, that train most likely stopped here. Yeah, so the limit is 90. But we're not going to do that, otherwise we're just going to keep getting stopped by that train. So let's keep it around 70. We're increasing speed quite a lot. I'm actually speeding up. We must be going downhill. I find it very, very difficult to judge just by looking outside whether we're going up or downhill. Obviously, I've got the HUD off, so I don't have that little gradient indicator. But we're just coasting for now. That's a yellow sign. And it just changed. So stop saying sign. It's a signal. It just changed. So yeah, we should be all right. I'm going to slow down to about 70. And we'll see. I'm guessing just before the next station, when they stop, we're gonna catch up. We'll put on a little bit of power. And we aren't really in a rush. We're not doing a scheduled service. This is a rail tour, so it's not an issue if we go a bit slower than we have to. Well, not than we have to, slower than we could. You know what I mean. Aha, yellow. We will get the brakes on because the last thing I want to do is try and slow this train down in a hurry. So we're going to keep it around 30 until we see a green. And if we see another yellow, we'll slow it down even more. What does this warning say? 35. Okay. So we need to get our speed down to 35 because there's obviously a 35 limit coming up. I think that's what that sign means. Okay, so we're at 30 now, which is perfect. That looks like a yellow signal. That red? No. There's a little red light on that side, but it's not for us. Ah, so that train obviously stopped here. Does that signal say up ahead? Oh, I see red. Okay, that's some sort of construction thing. No worries, the signal is yellow. So we're going to stay at our nice relaxed speed. This is a tour after all, give people the chance to take in the scenery, which I must say I am enjoying. There's our 35 speed limit. We are at probably about 31 and a half. And we're just coasting along. Nice and peaceful. This is probably about as peaceful as you're going to get in a diesel train. Now the speed. Why are these speeds much smaller? Does that mean something? Okay, we're going to leave it coasting. We are picking up speed in any case. Because we still don't have a green signal. They've only been yellows. So I'm just worried. Because we keep seeing yellows, there is always the possibility of the next one being red. Okay, that one's yellow. Now I'm a little concerned. We might have to deal with the red. Let's start bringing the speed down. Because, I mean, at this distance, when I see the red, it's too late to start braking. Right, what do we have coming up? Don't see anything. There are a lot of stations here. Oh no, that's not even a station. Is it? No. Never mind. Just forget I said that. Maybe I'll edit that out. No, probably won't. Aha, another yellow. And another small speed limit. What's it say? 70. We're definitely not going up to 70, that's for sure. We are going to put it just ever so slight amount of power to keep us. Ah, we now have a green. So let's give it a little bit more power. We'll take ourselves back up probably 35, 40. I mean, this is supposed to be a nice, relaxing tour, so not worried about going slowly. Okay, another station coming up. Just making a mental note, the speed limit is back up to 70, but I doubt we're going to get that far. It's about now that I'm wondering how I'm going to recognize Eastbourne station. Let's hope there's a red that we have to stop at the station. Another yellow. Let's bring the power off. Okay, well, we were under the speed limit. So with the speed going down to 55, there must be a little bit of a turn in the track coming up. See if we can just wipe our windscreen a bit. Oh, not the brake. Right, I wonder if this is the turn that we had to slow down for. Is that a red light for us? Yes, it is. Is this Eastbourne? Maybe this is the end of the route. Oh, this doesn't look like a station though. Nah, this is not going to be the end of the route, I don't think. This must be because of the other train. Right, there's another 377. It's going in the other direction. So I doubt that's got anything to do with us having to stop. Ah, there we go. A longer red. What does the 2 mean? Does that mean 20? Maybe this is Eastbourne Station because the speed limit is all the way down to 25. That only really tends to happen around decent sized stations. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume, oh, look how there's no snow under the bridge. That's awesome. I think that maybe that 2 on top of that signal meant 20. I don't know very much about British signals. I believe that this is Eastbourne Station, and we are going to be stopping here. Is that a sign? Oh, well, we are not going further than this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the Vintage Railtour. This is most decidedly the end of our route. What does that say there? Looks like we could see Eastbourne. It does indeed. I mean, this is the most gentle approach to a station ever conducted in the history of trains. Right, welcome to Eastbourne Station. Let us turn these off. We can turn these off, and this, whatever that does. And I don't think we can change this because we need to do this, and it's most likely going to, oh, it'll probably only end the route when we close the doors. But this is Eastbourne. I hope you guys enjoyed the Vintage Railtour on the East Coastway DLC. That was really enjoyable. We did have to go nice and slowly, which I guess is the whole point because of the train ahead of us. But it did look fantastic in the, well, with the winter scenery, I guess. But let's just quickly jump back aboard, if it'll let me. And I'm sure they should be done by now. We can close this and complete the service. Obviously they weren't finished. Okay, but that's not too big a deal. We can end it off there. Another 377 setting off. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have any... Oh, there we go. Just interrupting my goodbye. Well, we did get a gold. We did do a bit of walking. Right, we were well under the speed limit. Except for there a little bit. But, anyway, it's just free roam. And now I can say it properly. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you in the next video. So I actually had no idea that this was going to happen. I kind of just sat down to get an ending of the video, and then I stopped recording and I was just busy packing some stuff up, and then I noticed the doors closed, so I quickly hit record, and then the train set off again. So you are more than welcome to join me for the return trip, which we will be taking as a passenger. And I dare say that this driving is a little bit less smooth than mine. But enough waffling, let's enjoy our passenger trip on the Vintage Railtour. Okay, well, I guess we're not going all the way back then. Okay, well, I guess we're not actually going back to where we started from. Oh well, it was cool to check out a little bit of scenery in any case. Thank you so much, and I will see you again soon.